Okay, when we talk about disruption in general, right, it's basic disruption, how would you define it? It's something like what is really changing the industry, the behavior of consumers. And I think we have lots of models in the consumer world, but bringing it down to the enterprise world, what disruption really means, it's what is the next thing, and it doesn't need to be always evolutionary, but what is the next thing, what is changing the business world? And I think in last mile technology has been produced because all comes because of the centricity and the importance of the consumer. The consumer demands it nowadays, and basically now we are in such a connected world that immediately companies come up with ideas and disruptive ideas. I mean, think about Uber, think about Grab, think about Spotify, think about Apple Music. I mean, there's so many other examples, right? Tesla now in the automotive world. So just to bring that, what it means in the enterprise world, it's like because the consumer is so connected and has this high demands in terms of being all the time available, and last mile fulfillment, but everybody in the supply chain needs to be able to fulfill these demands. And how does it happen? You need to disrupt in technology as well to be able to do that. And there are different ways how doing that. It's like it's point solutions about tracking. You have last mile delivery solutions, but we try to bring it a level up because we thought like this is important. Yes, absolutely, but ultimately you as an enterprise want to understand how do I manage my whole partners as well as my own assets, and we believe this is something which has not been tackled yet in the industry, and we hope to disrupt something in the thinking with that. I think the drive comes not from the millennials, the drive comes from the technology, and then you can question, okay, who has invented the technology and all the changes? Again, it's a natural evolution. Of course, there are disruptions that make certain parts in evolution quicker, and some are not going so quick. But ultimately, you grow up in a very different fashion than I do. You grow up with, as millennials, they grow up in an environment where constant access, and for them it's like, I mean, streaming music is very normal. Like for me, it was like buying a vinyl at that time, right? So very different. For them now, having 24/7 access to streaming music, uploading content, blogging, buying travel tickets, buying goods, reviewing goods, chatting with people. It's a completely highly connected world, and that all disrupts the whole business. Everybody in the business world, and yes, you can credit it to millennials. You can credit it to the normal evolution. I think the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, because, yeah, exactly, it's a synergy, because the millennials drive that. They are the ones who grow up with that technology, the first ones ever, and businesses and technology has been built around that because it's a natural evolution in terms of how we all move on. I think there are many, but if you think about Steve Jobs and Apple, I think this is probably an outstanding example, because how he brought together the whole idea of different products, and when he came up with the iPhone in the first place, bringing the access to an internet with a browser, bringing together the iPod of the music, plus the phone function, and bring it all in one product, that was revolutionary, right? And nowadays it's normal, but it disrupted the whole telco world, and companies like Nokia and BlackBerry, where are they nowadays? So he changed that. Another probably nowadays leading example is Elon Musk. I love what he does. And his idea about electrifying, bringing it makes more sustainable electric cars. Now looking into the whole utilities world, basically where you have to getting solar power, connecting your house, and then get that energy to fuel your car. I think this is very revolutionary. These are leaders from nowadays, yeah. There are many examples from the past. Yeah. I think the important piece is to always having an eye open what's happening in the outside world, across cultures, across generations, hearing what is important, trying to understand what is important, and creating your own style. Don't copy anybody. Try to take the best from everybody. And trying to be a role model yourself, Whether I fulfill that, I'm trying to.